with a time of 41:21, and MooMooAkai is 13th on the leaderboard with a 42:51. So we're pretty close together.
Yeah, looks like they're getting started. Yeah, and this is the top 8 qualifier. So whoever wins this race will be in top 8. So this is Plague Knight. If you've played Shovel Knight, you'll notice that the level is generally the same, but Plague Knight likes to explode and go really fast.
That's called a burst, and bursting is going to be what you're going to see the runners do basically as much as possible.
Yeah, his walk cycle is really slow, so you basically want to be airborne at all times when possible. And he also has a double jump that he can do, so a lot of times you'll be seeing them do a jump and then a burst and then a jump and a burst just to maximize their airtime. He also has a pretty big damage boost animation, like you just saw when we were getting hit by that slime. They're going to be taking advantage of that at some points by turning around and just launching themselves in the right direction.
Yeah. And while we're talking about going fast in the air, you may realize that when you played this game casually, you might have, if you tried to burst in midair, burst and throw a bomb to charge another burst. Well, you see they're not throwing that bomb because if you hold down the button fast enough, you can charge another burst without throwing a bomb. And that's super helpful because throwing a bomb stops your momentum completely.
Yeah.
There are times when stopping that momentum is good, but here we have Black Knight where you don't need to carry momentum more than you have to do. Try and get him stuck in the corner.
Exploud's having a lot of trouble with... Oh, no!
Oh. Yeah, so Exploud messed up the stun lock, and if you mess up the stun lock, which you saw Moo, she got it perfectly, Black Knight can cause a bit of trouble.
Yeah, it's a relatively easy stun lock, but once Black Knight gets out of it, it's kind of a nightmare.
Yeah.
Okay, and Exploud's got it the second time. So now Moomoo's going through the village. He's a villain, so he's not allowed in the village, so he's going to blow up this poor hedgehog's house and go to his hideout.
I don't know why Plague Knight thinks he's too cool for doors. I mean, I think I'm too cool for doors, to be fair, but like... I don't like doors.
So this is the Potionarium. They're going to visit it every time they beat a level. And it's mainly used to buy upgrades, but we're going to be skipping most of the upgrades in this route, so there's not much they're going to be doing in there.
Yeah. And speaking of you saying in this route we're going to skip most upgrades, we're going to see a bit of a divergence in levels here. So a bit of a spoiler, I guess, because we're not at the point where he's on the map yet. Exploud's not going to be going to Pridemore Keep, where Moomoo is right now. He's instead going to the Lich Yard, because he is doing a different route that I'll talk more about when he gets to the point where the route's major change happens. As for now, though, if you want to talk about either of these stages, go ahead.
Yeah, basically what Exploud's doing is he wants to get an upgrade that's in Pridemore Keep, but you don't get enough money for it by going to Pridemore first, so he's doing Lich Yard. So, Moomoo's in Pridemore. It's a pretty basic stage overall with a lot of low ceilings that make it kind of hard to get your burst patterns right. Ooh, getting beat up by those rats.
These rats here, yeah.
And then Lich Yard is also a relatively basic stage, except it has rooms that go dark, which aren't going to be a big problem for these two runners because they know what they're doing. They also have frogs that are completely RNG that can mess up your day.
You can tell when playing this casually that the devs probably intended for you to do Pridemore first, because it's a significantly easier stage.
Fun fact, Lich Yard was actually a World 3 stage in the beta. And,
oh my goodness, I can tell!
Yeah, Flying Machine was a World 1 stage in the beta.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, okay.
Okay, so King Knight, he likes to jump towards you until he's at a wall, then he jumps away. So what Moomoo tried to do was try to, like, push him a few pixels away from the wall when he was up against it, just to trick him into getting into a corner. And that was a pretty okay fight.
It was pretty okay, yeah. That's why Moo delayed her burst a little bit after entering the fight, so that she could push King Knight a bit to the right there and keep him from going exactly against the wall, so he could do another set of jumps against the wall, and Moo could get a lot more jumps on him.
Yeah.
Spectre Knight, though, I don't even know how to explain this guy, so
So
take your
basically,
best.
when he's in the air, he's going to be knocked in the opposite direction that you hit him. So you're basically going to be bullying him into a corner to do as much damage as you can. And then he does this teleport, which is random. It could go to either side, and Explode got pretty good RNG. A little bit of a mess up there, but still a good fight.
Yeah. The second time he throws that scythe, it's I think it's a complete 50-50.
Yes.
Which side he goes to. So that's like a coin flip, basically. The best way to describe that fight.
Yep. So now Exploud's done with Lich Yard, and he's going to be moving on to Pridemore, and Moo is on her way in the Lich Yard.
Making pretty decent work. Exploud struggled a little bit, especially with that Black Knight, but MooMoo's been doing pretty good so far, so we'll see how the rest of the race. There's still like 35 minutes at least.
Yeah, anything can happen. By the way, this dark room with these frogs sucks. I hate this room.
I hate this room too. It's almost like it's an annoying room or something.
Yeah. Those frogs are random, and they can easily eat up like 10 seconds of your time if you get a bad pattern.
Yes. I always get a bad pattern. So, MooMoo's heading to the last dark room. As you mentioned, the dark rooms aren't too bad because the runners have played this game enough to kind of memorize them, but if they make a movement mistake in the rooms, they could cause a problem. And here we have the major difference between the route MooMoo and Exploud is doing.
Yep, so Exploud's going into this little secret room to grab Big Boom, which is
You love Big Boom.
he loves Big Boom.
I love Big
So,
Boom too.
this is
I
a
was
sub-weapon?
It looks hard.
It uses magic or power to use, and it does like a big cross, and if you hit something in the middle of the cross, it does 2 damage,
Yeah,
which is pretty nice.
I believe the tool-assisted run uses it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It also causes you to hit your max fall speed faster, which is something that Exploud will be doing a couple of times in the run. It's also really good at destroying blocks.
Yeah, so I think technically when it gets fully optimized, Exploud's route might be faster, but we don't have enough. We're still working on that.
Yeah, we're basically theorizing that right now it breaks even, but
Yeah.
we're trying to see if it's faster.
I mean, we found new strats.
Oh, Exploud was trying to go for
fast. So.
Exploud was trying to go for faster books, which is a strat that the task found, and I've picked up, and I think a couple other runners have picked up. Normally you deboost off of that rat to get invincibility for into the lava, but
That's what I do.
ooh, here's the new what they call the lazy strat for King Knight.
It was a good fight.
Very good fight.
So now MooMoo into the Explodatorium, and Exploud gonna be joining her shortly. For the name the Explodatorium, this stage lives up to that name.
It sure does. It sure heckin' does.
Every single thing on every single screen is going to blow up and do a lot of damage, so you gotta be really careful in this stage, not take too much damage. But at the same time, you want to take some damage. For something I'll explain later in the stage.
Yeah, the big thing they're going to be worrying about is global cycles. Those potlets that are going up and down, and some fire traps later are going on cycles that start like as soon as you load the stage. So if you mess up even a little bit, there's no telling what cycle you're on, and you have to start coming up with strats on the fly.
Well, at least you only have to worry about those cycles during this stage, because I worry about this mini-boss, the Alchemeister, the entire run up until this stage. Fortunately, MooMoo took it down without a sweat.
Oh, I'm not comfortable with how many checkpoints Moo has skipped so far.
I'm not either. Oh my goodness! I always watch these races and I'm like, alright, commentators, maybe that save wasn't as close as it looked, but a lot of saves look really close in this game, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff where if you aren't on your feet, then you're gonna die, and there's no stopping it.
Yeah. So you saw... Moo probably could have avoided damage from that Shovel Knight clone enemy there. But did she want to? The answer is no. Because Exploud's heading into the Alchemeister, which I talked about earlier. Shovel Knight here has a bit of a stun lock, so you're gonna get damage to... Oh no, Moo jumped. Okay. So,
this is
as
fine.
you see, when you keep throwing bombs, Shovel Knight will get stuck in this corner.
Thank God.
What the... I don't know. I'm kind of mad that she salvaged that.
She skipped the checkpoint, so Exploud would have been in the lead if she had died there.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I did not notice that.
Man.
But, so yeah. Hopefully we'll see Exploud do it, but actually, that was not even with the mistake, like, even if we excluded that, that was not the most perfect of fights, because you might have noticed that 7 hits into the fight, Shovel Knight used a full heal item. That was the red Ichor. But you can skip that Ichor if you do it right. I don't know the exact method to do it, but basically Shovel Knight has to be using the Warhorn relic, because Shovel Knight has his relics from Shovel of Hope. Ooh, it's loud.
He's got it back. Oh, yeah. No he doesn't. Oh god.
No he doesn't.
Exploud, please, don't die.
So, he has a tonic. I'd recommend maybe taking the tonic right now. No, he's gonna wait until he gets hit once more, so there's no phase lock it. That's the reason they want to be at such low health. Is so he doesn't use the phase lock it. Because the phase lock it makes him invincible for like 3 seconds.
Oh!
Yeah, use that tonic.
Explode, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna take some time away from Exploud as he's 2 hits away to talk about Iron Whale a bit.
Okay, thank God.
Alright, so now that we don't have to think about Shovel Knight for a while, Iron Whale is a stage with a lot of water. It's your water stage, and it's my personal favorite actually, despite it being a water stage. But the thing about water stage is you'll fall really slow. And this, as you can imagine, this can allow you to chain several bursts in midair if you do it right. Unfortunately, the level design doesn't allow that to be too useful to chain like 3 or more bursts, but you're still going to be seeing some pretty cool tech with what the game allows us to do. Such as with this fish, we're going to see if we can beat it before it swims to the other side of the screen.
Yeah, we call this dude 420 fish because he has a tendency to get too high for us to hit, but Moo got an almost perfect fight.
Absolutely beautiful. You might have noticed at the beginning of the fight, Moo was behind the fish. That's just because when you're behind it, it's easier to dodge the little fish things it spits out. And by easier, I mean, I don't think the fish things can go back there.
No, they can't.
But the fish itself can still move up and hit you.
And by the way, aside from all that trouble that Exploud had on Shovel Knight, he's actually not that far. He's not as far behind Moo as you'd think.
Yeah.
Because there was a oh wow. It takes about 25 seconds to grab Big Boom, so that's automatically going to put him a little bit behind Moo, but he's going to be making up those 25 seconds throughout the run.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's one of those gradual things, you know.
Yeah, there's like frame savers all over the game, so you're not even going to notice when he's catching up.
That also might be...
Don't get mugged, don't get mugged, don't get mugged! Oh god, no!
Oh no! So, this is a long attack that you don't like to wait through. You also lose 500 gold when you get sucked into the treasure chest.
Yep. It's not really a gold-type route, so, like, it's not going to affect what Moo's doing too much, but it's definitely something she's going to think about. She's
not going to think about it. I mean, she's going to think about it when she loses, like, 5 seconds on the Treasure Knight fight.
Yeah.
But she's not going to think about it when it comes to buying some stuff. If she is less than 500 gold away from buying something, I'm going to laugh.
Exploud's getting kind of bodied here.
It happens. Plague's not a very kind game. Every
No.
campaign is kind of rude.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
I don't run Shovel, but I can only imagine Shovel is rude.
So, Moomoo's in Lost City now, which is kind of a scary stage because the lava is higher than pits would be. So, ooh, very good Beetle one skip.
Yeah.
You're supposed to ride that Beetle all the way across, but it's really slow.
Whoa!
Yeah, there's a bunch of hazards that can just knock you right into the lava, so the stage is super scary.
Mm-hmm. Especially with these platforms right here, one accidental bomb thrower burst and they're gone.
Oh man! Good save by Exploud. He got mugged, but he threw a big boom right before he got into the treasure chest and got out.
Nice. Yeah. Big Boom obviously does cost a little more gold, but it's still not too tight a gold route. Like, I think...
Yeah, it's only about 2,500.
2,000. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, 2,500 gold. So, by the time Moo beats this stage, she'll have enough gold to subtract 2,500 and still have enough for the item that she wants to buy in the next stage.
Yeah, basically the big thing with Big Boom is that with the money route, it prevents you from buying magic after Black Knight 2, which isn't a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So now Moomoo's on Mole Knight, that's his name. He does he does these dives. You want to hit him while doing it, and wow, really good fight there.
Yeah.
He digs in the ground, and then like you play whack-a-mole with him a little bit in the ground. And you want to kill him before that phase happens.
Yeah. If you kill him, like, in the dirt pile, it's still a little bit slower, but it's not too bad. But the attack after that, he goes invincible for a while. So...
Yeah, that's...
Killing him before he digs down in the ground is good, but...
If you watch Exploud's screen, you're going to see some of the big time saves with Big Boom. He was able to clear that whole slime exploding block room with one Big Boom, which saves a lot more time than you'd think.
I feel like the definition of Big Boom is saves a lot more time than you think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. World 3 is the first place where you can be Sad Mountain, and you'll definitely be sad after the Crying Machine. So Flying Machine, Dying Machine, Crying Machine, pick your poison. That's the state who's in right now, and it's,
Yeah, you lose about a second from the map navigation to get here, but you definitely make that up from the sub-weapon you get here called the Staff of Striking, which is a melee attack that just does ungodly amounts of damage.
Yeah. I guess that's a good time. You've been seeing it for most of the run, so I'm gonna give a little bit of an explanation. Oh, no! That's just, that enemy. That's the Green Jawa, as we call it. I don't think that's the official name, but it's...
No, the official name is Hovermini.
Yeah.
And heck, dude, it sure is.
It is a Hovermini. They will randomly move in a position around you and blow wind either to the left or to the right, which can kind of force you in directions you may or may not want to go.
Yeah, and their wind usually knocks you into spikes or pits, which is really cool of them. Thanks, Yacht Club.
Yeah, I love that. We have this, I'm not Dinghy Dropper?
Yes.
I did it.
That's
okay, but...
That's its official name.
Alright, I forgot it. Not that I can't pronounce it. But as I was going to explain before the death, and Moo, who's finally getting the Staff of Striking, we're going to talk a little bit about how our power, or magic, works in this game. So, every time you use a sub-weapon, it'll use some of your power. And then, it'll automatically, your power will automatically regenerate with time not using a sub-weapon. However, if you exhaust the entirety of your power meter, it will go red, and you won't be able to use any magic sub-weapons until the bar is fully recharged. As you notice, when Exploud throws a big boom, it goes kind of like this yellow color. The yellow color means that you are one use away of the currently equipped magic weapon from just exhausting your whole bar and having to wait for it to refill. I believe Big Boom at this level of power, where you only have 2 kind of notches in your bar, you can only use 2 Big Booms before the power is fully exhausted.
Yep.
With the Staff of Striking, I believe it's 5.
Yeah, that's 5. And what's cool about the power mechanic is that you can use it even if you don't have all the magic you need. So, like, if you have 1 pixel of magic, you can still use your sub-weapon. It'll just overheat.
Yeah.
Mooma's gonna try to one-cycle this wind tunnel, and she got it.
Oh my... jeez. That room is really scary. I've been told it's not as scary as it looks, but...
I wouldn't say that. It's consistent, but it's scary every time.
Okay, that's what I meant. It looks really challenging, but it's not. It's just really scary.
I think Mooma's gonna be going for the new propeller kill. Yeah. This is a kill that Tolu just found a couple of weeks ago, which is much... It's not faster per se, but perfect fight.
That was a perfect kill, and it makes the fight a lot better, because the thing you might notice is Propeller starts with these lunges, and in between lunges, when he has his dagger like up against him, that's a projectile shield. And your bombs are projectiles, so the staff is great at the beginning of this fight, because it'll be the only chance you get to hit Propeller, like a quarter of the time at least.
Yeah, in the quick kill that we used to use in any percent, you would like do a bunch of damage to him, and then he flies to the left, and you chase him there. Fun fact: apparently that's a glitch. He's never supposed to go to the left, so this kill makes it much more consistent.
We put everything he owned in a box to the left, and he went there.
So here's Black Knight again.
Yeah, a friendly neighborhood Black Knight, except without the friendly, and you wish without the neighborhood. Fortunately, the Staff of Striking, as you see here, can put Black Knight in a pretty different stun lock than the one you usually see, but if you time it right, you can get him in the normal stun lock. Moomoo with a pretty decent fight, I gotta say.
Yeah,
a bit of a overall decent.
Certainly wasn't a perfect kill, but pretty good. Black Knight could have definitely messed her up a lot more.
Yeah. Also, I didn't see what kill Exploud did for Propeller, but apparently Tolu's kill is faster by like a second, maybe. It's usually not too big which one you go for.
Yeah.
So, Stranded Ship. This one's kind of one of the scarier ones in my opinion. Probably not as bad as the next level we're going to be seeing, but this level, spikes. There's a lot of them. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, there's a lot of spikes, and if you hit them, it's a one-hit kill.
Yeah, and this won't save you from spikes, but I might as well mention it now, because you may be seeing a little bit of use from it. When you burst, we never explained this, you get a little bit of invincibility. And so...
Yeah. Moomoo shoved that off right there, bursting through that spear.
Yeah. So there's a lot of, like, random bombs and enemies with projectiles in this stage where you're gonna see that invincibility come into use.
Yeah. Oh no!
Oh no, that's gonna be it.
Oh,
that's
she had turned around there, she could have saved herself.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Especially because she skipped the third checkpoint, so she's back here.
Yeah, Exploud's gonna make up a little bit of time, but still behind.
Yeah.
I wonder if she'll grab the checkpoint this time.
Okay.
Nope.
Looks like she won't be. I, like, always grab that checkpoint after my first race in this tournament, where I died to the bomb in front of the dinner plate.
Oh god.
Keep in mind I lost that race by, like, less than 10 seconds.
Yeah. I usually skip that checkpoint, but if I mess up going through that room, I'll grab it.
Yeah. It's a scary room. Those hammer-throwing enemies are not nice.
Yeah, and then Moomoo's coming up to a really long spike room. It's not so bad, but
it's bad.
Mess up once? Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna see this mechanic where you saw it a few times in the stage, but you usually burst it over it. Oh, some of these enemies do a lot of damage and can hit you a lot of times.
Oh man, and Explode is just about caught up now.
Yeah. This is really close now, jeez. Using Big Boom for good stuff. Giving Explode a little bit of an edge now, even.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, Applesauce, I think she forgot the hard way.
Yeah, she just forgot how much damage that Snowflake does.
Moo wants her money back, but at this point, she doesn't need that bag.
No, she definitely could have skipped it there. And Polar Knight doesn't have that many complicated attacks, but he does create spikes. And funny enough, Explode just hit the spikes, but still killed Polar anyway. And if you get a double kill in this game, then you are credited for killing the boss.
Yeah, I've seen it before. The Bounding Soul, Curio, and Spectre Knight's campaign can have that happen easily.
Oh, Explode almost forgot to get magic, but saved it at the last second.
Nice meme. So now we're going to be upgrading our magic bar to the full capacity it can be, which is double the magic of the default. So now we can use our weapons twice as much. I believe our bar is now full enough for 4 Big Boom uses and 9 staff uses.
Something like that.
I don't know Big Boom, but I'm pretty sure staff is 9. And that's going to be good in Clockwork Tower, mainly for the boss, but Clockwork Tower, despite looking pretty tricky, is probably the easiest of the 3 stages in World 3.
Oh yeah, there's one tricky part that we'll talk about when it comes up, but otherwise it's a pretty basic stage.
Yeah. It's a pretty fun stage, too. It's probably one of my favorites up there with Iron Whale. Iron Whale is my favorite. I didn't think that sentence through.
You've got these daggers flying around, and they're not that big of a deal in this campaign because you go so fast they don't really bother you. But other campaigns get messed up. And this is the tricky room we were talking about. This is kind of an auto-scroller. You're supposed to ride that platform all the way through. But there's enemies situated...
Nice save.
There's enemies situated just like far enough to do damage boosts all the way across.
Yeah.
Saves like literally a whole minute.
Yeah. It's not a traditional auto-scroller, it's just a platform over instant death that moves at a fixed speed. So it's basically an auto-scroller.
Oh man, Moomoo just took the lead.
Moomoo took the lead, but didn't take the health there.
She'll be fine. As long as she doesn't die in the auto-scroller, there's really nothing that can kill you anymore. Nice twerk.
Yeah, even the boss of this stage shouldn't be that bad. I'm noticing a really big difference in Cypher coins at this point.
Yeah.
Ooh, 64.
Yep, it's looking like Moomoo's not gonna have a valid run. Sorry, everyone.
Who cares? I mean... Okay, I can tell some people. Who's gonna reach the top of the auto-scroller first, Moomoo? Next question. Next question, Tinker Knight, how do you fight? that's how you fight.
Yeah, he's a bit of a joke of a boss, because all of your hits do double damage to him. In Shovel's campaign, you can one-shot him with the mobile gear, but you don't really get that in this campaign.
Yeah. Speaking of which, though, you can actually find the Shovel Knight relics in these levels, but you just give them to Chester to get the Arcana, which such as the Arcana being the magic weapons in Plague's campaign for free.
Yeah, so the Staff of Striking was like 9,000 gold, which is a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
You can get it for free by going and grabbing the propeller dagger in the secret rooms, but that costs so much time that we just don't do that.
Mm-hmm. And I think the propeller dagger in Shovel Knight's campaign is only like 4,000.
Yeah.
So what do you think this drink is? I hear a lot of names fly around.
It's a Pepsi.
It's a Pepsi? Okay, I'm on board with this.
Or the Beppis.
The Beppis.
So they're done with the main stages, and now they're going to be moving up to the Tower of Fate, which, if you've played Mega Man, it's kind of like Wily's Castle, where the game's like, yeah, you know everything, we're just going to throw everything in the game at you again.
We're going to make it hard, though, like, just a heads up. We're going to put the mechanics in, combine the mechanics in the most evil possible way, because, haha, evil genius. And we're going to be using some genius movement to... I need to come up with a better adjective. We're going to be using some good-looking movement to get through these crushers as fast as possible.
Yep, they're going through the crusher, which is, again, kind of like an auto-scroller, but not, because, okay.
That always looks scary, but...
super scary. But,
I usually don't have a problem making it through. I have bigger problems making it through without screaming like a little child.
I think I scream most of the time, yeah.
I know Moo screams.
If you've never watched Moo stream, please do.
Please do.
Her speed sounds are an absolute delight.
Yeah. And Exploud's everything is an absolute delight.
Yeah.
We'll follow both of these runners.
Yeah. So here's the last run of, or the last dark room of the game, which it's honestly one of the coolest looking parts I've ever seen in a video game.
You can tell where the platforms are by when it's raining. The rain will splatter on the real platforms. Yes, there are fake platforms in this dark room. Yep. I'm so sorry.
Yep, so they're fighting Black Knight 3. Exploud did not get the teleport skip, so that wasted about 8 seconds.
Yeah, that's
let's see.
Yeah, you
oh,
it correctly.
Moo missed it too. If you hit him while he's charging up, that attack, he just won't do that. And while he's doing it, you can't hit him, which is super cool.
I love that. So Exploud finishing the fight right on the right edge of the screen.
Oh no!
And
Moo, please make
get
it
over
back
to the other side.
Okay.
All right, cool. So nice bomb throw, nice. So yeah, the level ends with this door being opened and you entering it. So you want to end the level as close to the door as possible, so that you don't have to watch Plague just walk over there for like 10 seconds as you cry.
Yeah, we call it the walk of shame.
Yeah, it usually happens to me because I'm not thinking about it. Tower Ascent is a really kind of scary stage.
Yeah,
a lot of tricky rooms combined to test you and make sure your bursts are on point.
Yeah,
Such as Mario Maker room.
Yeah, a lot of the rooms are like dumb.
Yeah.
Like the design is just like, let's throw hazards and enemies and everything at you. And then they're good. Okay. getting bullied by the literal last Jawa in the game.
I get bullied by every Jawa in the game. Let's be real.
And now coming up on the last auto-scroller in the game. I don't know if Exploud takes intentional... No. Looks like he doesn't. Coming up after this auto-scroller is the boss rush, and at the very end of the boss rush is Shovel Knight again, so they want to be at low health again going into that fight.
Phase locking. I think one of the funniest things I've ever seen in this community was a runner in this tournament, PuppyFan321, playing Shovel Knight casually and getting the phase locket and getting to the Plague Knight fight and just laughing maniacally.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean laughing maniacally over text, but still laughing maniacally.
Alright, Exploud doing what I love to do. If you get through those blocks before they spawn, then you can just clip right through them and not even worry about them. Moomoo doing the same thing.
I'm just gonna, for the sake of people wondering... Alright, so around 36-12 entering that boss fight for Exploud, and 36-21 for Moomoo, so we've got a 9-second difference entering the boss rush here.
Yeah, this is quite the race.
We saw Exploud do Propeller get Polar first, and Moomoo get Propeller first. I believe Propeller is one of the better bosses to have to start.
Yeah, ideally you want either Tinker Knight or Propeller Knight first.
Yeah, because your position when you enter the boss rush is always the same, so you want a boss that is good to kill in your starting position.
Yeah, and the one you don't want is Treasure Knight.
Because Treasure has a longer animation that he can do at the start of the fight.
Yeah, only if you're standing on top of him.
Yeah.
So they're going...
And you're standing on top of him when you enter the rush.
Oh, looks like Exploud hit a turkey. He still has time to knock down his health, but turkeys are definitely the hardest part of this fight.
The free health is the hardest part. Yes. That sounds really weird, but when you know Shovel Knight in the phase bucket, it makes sense.
Yeah.
One thing I should notice, we mentioned that Shovel's always last. Polar, you already saw both of them fight, has to be in the first 3 bosses. I think the reasoning is because there's spikes in the fight, and Yacht Club isn't as mean as you think.
Yeah, they don't want you getting to the end of boss rush and then getting one-shotted.
Yeah.
And it looks like Exploud's just gonna do the full health fight. I don't blame him. It's really hard to do the stun lock.
It's really hard to do the stun lock, but if Moomoo can pull off the stun lock, that's gonna be a really good advantage for her.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I thought that was we were gonna see the longer treasure animation there. This is a really close race. Thought Moomoo landed on a turkey. Oh, geez.
Yeah, I thought she was going to as well.
I love the big moon strats on Mole. They look so nice.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Look at that quick that kill was. I can't believe it.
Moomoo, you were so low on health.
I mean...
Please drink a tonic before this fight. Please.
Just
okay,
4
thank
tonics. Yeah.
Okay, if she can get the stun lock, she's gonna be solidly in the lead.
Yeah. Phase Locket is not fun to deal with.
Oh! Oh no!
Yeah, take that. Alright. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this lock can be considerably harder to control. Literal seconds apart right now.
Wow. This race
3 seconds apart, yeah. Pickles with the right idea without the tonics in chat. You gotta quaff.
Oh man.
Alright.
Literally like 3 seconds apart. This could be determined by Plague of Shadows RNG.
Sad Mountain.
Yep,
That's
say bye to
especially a scary thought, considering this is the losers bracket.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, Falco, everybody has a bad Enchantress and Plague of Shadows. Don't worry.
Don't die.
Alright. As long as you have a platform below you in that tile room, it looks like Sync, but
Yeah.
Moo-Moo's the screen behind.
Oh.
As long as you have a platform behind you in that earlier tile room, you won't die,
no.
so it eliminates some of the risk, but it still looks scary. Oh, jeez.
Exploud missed 2 bursts and now Moo's in the lead. Oh my god.
Goodness. 2 bursts. So Enchantress, there's a bit of good luck you want to get with these dives that she does.
Oh no!
Oh no! A
Oh,
death
man.
on Enchantress from Exploud. And
He had like
Moo-Moo-
1 health left.
Yeah, Moo-Moo making it through the fight though, so... We'll see if Exploud manages to come back, but honestly...
No,
I
that
don't know.
could be it.
I'm not sure. Opting to play this fight a little safer.
Oh, he's not chasing her under either. That's
A
gonna
lot
lose a
safer.
lot of time.
Yeah,
At this point, I think you gotta play risky.
you gotta. I mean, I don't think these racers know how close this race is. Alright. Plague of Shadows. I hope you like getting bad luck, because you will.
This is basically the same Plague Knight fight from the other 2 campaigns,
Yeah.
except the floor is constantly rising.
Mm-hmm. And there's not a set floor, I believe. I believe it just goes on forever.
Yeah. So, Moo didn't get a great Plague of Shadows fight, but it was good enough. And now she's coming up on Corrupted Essence. Ideally, she'll want to get this fight done in 2 cycles.
1 cycle. No.
Oh, please don't.
Okay. See what happens.
Three
Oh,
cycles.
that's a 3
Okay.
cycle. So
The
when the
legendary
boss
3
is
cycle.
under half health, they're the worst.
Yeah.
You see what's happening with Moo right now. Before you get rid of like in the first half of the boss's health, GG Moo finishing SRL
Yeah.
time of 43 minutes 25 seconds. I can't find the stuff. Okay. But in the first half of the health, this boss is usually kind of stationary, but in the second
Yeah.
half, as you saw, the boss just loves moving around everywhere. And
Yeah.
we see Exploud finish SRL time 43 minutes 59 seconds. So even with that Enchantress death, that was 30 seconds away.
Yeah, still a very close race. So, Exploud is unfortunately knocked out of the tournament. That's the last we'll see of Big Boom.
I love Big Boom.
And Moomoo will be moving on. And we'll be racing against me next, actually.
Good luck. Hello.
Hi, Moomoo. Congrats on your win.
I feel that. So
Nice
Had
legendary
to,
3-cycle.
Son of... My god. Can I just please erase Stranded Ship from my splits?
yes.
Oh no.
That actually really got me on top for the rest of the run.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Did you forget that Snowflake does 2 damage?
I didn't even see it.
Oh, I see.
He had launched this ball, and like the snowflakes are kind of random where they fall from the rhythm shot. So I just happened to be in the way of this falling snowflake.
Oh man.
Okay. We also have Exploud here. Exploud GG's on the race. That was really close.
Yeah, got trolled again by Shovel Knight, like always.
I mean,
You actually finished within seconds of each other in boss rush.
you were 3 seconds ahead after boss rush.
Okay, Explode, not that I don't love you, but I'm glad that I beat you by a considerable amount of time and not a small amount of time, because I accidentally started on 1 instead of go, and I was like, I swear, if I have to time this entire match.
Well, to be honest, at that point I was like, yeah, this one is just gonna not be mine, and I died to Black Knight 1.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shovel Knight cost me a minute. And I died to Enchantress because I didn't realize she was at 6 health and not 5, so... And I went there, so yeah. And I did the best boss rush of my life, and I didn't have the health of Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
Fun.
It was a good run otherwise, though. I'm sad we won't be doing Big Boom together.
Yeah, I know, but...
I guess that
Yeah.
means
I mean, I've not been practicing since my last match, so it's expected, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's been more night somehow.
I feel like everything I practice was what it's for.
I know that feeling. I don't even practice boss rush anymore because I get worse at it the more I practice.
I felt like I actually had some better moments, like in Explodatorium in the ladder skip room. I actually almost died there, and I somehow managed to pull burst out.
I'm so happy you didn't die there because you skipped like 3 checkpoints.
I didn't realize how many checkpoints I skipped, but there was a certain point in the run where I was like, I'm gonna be in Lost City. When I was going past the long range, I'm gonna let myself drop a little bit lower just so I touch this checkpoint.
Yeah. You skipped, or if you had died in ladder skip, you would have gone back to the first checkpoint.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you also skipped the checkpoint before Shovel Knight, which was really scary.
Oh, right. So, let me explain something about Shovel Knight. I heard you guys freaking out a bit. Let me... So, I'm better at mashing on keyboard than on controller, so I switched over to keyboard to mash. I accidentally mashed the jump button at the start, and I was like,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure I could actually get it back. I would put my controller down at that point.
Alright, so I think that's going to do it for us. Upcoming races, we don't have them scheduled yet, but we're going to have Muncha Koopas versus Puppy Fan 321, and then MooMooAkai versus Eric DLC, who is me.
Hey.
And then, what have we got coming up on Speed Gaming?
I don't know.
On Speed Gaming right now, I see Sonic Adventure, Super Mario Bros., more Super Mario Bros., Super Metroid, and lots of Zelda, as usual.
Yeah.
That looks right. Although one race I want to draw attention to, sometime this week we're going to be seeing the bronze match and finals of Super Mario Odyssey. So that'll be exciting.
Good call.
That should be good. Alright,
I'm hoping to hop on commentary for one of those.
Yeah. Alright, I think we're done here, so I'm going to sign off. I'm Eric DLC,
I'm Lord Beaver.
and have a good one.
Thank you.
I don't like the Explodatorium.